Okay, so they took the Carson Wentz banner down to Lincoln Financial Field, and the new banner is up. The new banner is up. And listen, let me just dive into this thing, because it seems like a silly reason to make a video, right? We're talking banners here. We're talking banners, not the stadium. Not the game, we're talking banners. But there's a reason why I felt like I should jump on and say something about this, right? So let me preface it by saying this. I don't hate it. Okay? I don't hate it. But I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I don't love the selection. And it has more to do with than just the banner. Okay, it has more to do with just a banner. It's an overall mindset. It's an overall mentality. I'll take you down my lane of thinking right now. At what point? At what point do we just kind of put the Super Bowl behind us and start moving forward? Like for fucking years. We had to listen to Dallas Cowboys fans talk about their Super Bowls, right? All in the 90s. I just recently was on Sneaky G-Men's podcast, and I got in an argument with a Lakers-Cowboys fan about rings. And finally, I had to go, whoa, time out. How old are you? And this little shit was 16 years old. So you weren't even alive for these Super Bowls, and you're talking about how 5 is greater than 1. You know what I mean? For years, we were like, stop living in the past, Cowboys fans. Stop bringing up old shit, Cowboys fans. You weren't even alive for these Super Bowls, Cowboys fans. And not to say that, like, our history or our Super Bowl, our franchise, like, monumental, franchise-changing moment was only 4 years ago. But still, at what point do you start to have a disconnect with it and just be like, yes, that is part of our franchise's history. That is part of what makes Philadelphia, Philadelphia. That is a diamond. It is forever, and it is a memory that'll change our lives and change our franchise. And we are so grateful that we were able to obtain that seemingly impossible goal of winning a Super Bowl. I'll never forget where I was. I'll never forget what I was doing. I'll never forget that night. It was the best night of my life. It's the best moment of my life. And I got 2 kids who someday I'm going to have to lie to. When they go, Daddy, what was the best moment of your life? And I go, when you were born, sweetie. It was when you were born. Knowing full well that I'm lying straight-faced to my children. It was fantastic. But goddamn, like, I thought we were moving on here. You know what I mean? I thought we were, I don't want to say past it. Past it is the wrong terminology, but shit, man. Like, we got to stop. The new norm was a lie. That was not our new norm. You know what our new norm was? Winning the Super Bowl and not knowing how to act. Which I'm okay with. It was our first one. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with thinking, oh, we got dynasties coming up. No, we don't. No, we don't. It was hard enough to win one. Oh, well, we're sitting there eating horse shit off the ground at the night of the Super Bowl, which I'm okay with. Because it was our first one, we did not act. But at what point do we, like, think about a Super Bowl champion. Think about the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning winning a Super Bowl, right? And then imagine 4 years later they decide to put up a banner of the trophy. Like, what the fuck you doing, dude? Just Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, on the same day the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are supposed to visit the White House. Whether they did or not, I don't give a fuck about politics, right? But that's just they have their Super Bowl. Why are we raising it? We have a banner. We have a banner in the stadium. Like, and somebody tweeted me and just like, listen, I'll give credit where credit is due, because I like to think that I'm articulate enough to kind of capsulize an emotion or a thought as an Eagles fan and put it on camera. But this guy fucking tweeted the perfect thing at me. And forgive me, I don't have the Twitter handle in front of me because I'm filming, obviously. But that guy's last name was McLaughlin. And he goes, throwing up a Lombardi trophy the season after you came in last place in your division is kind of a bold move, is it not? I couldn't fucking agree more. Like, I couldn't agree more. I don't hate it. How could you hate the Lombardi trophy? How could you hate being reminded that you won a Super Bowl? But I don't love it. Like, if they hung that shit right when they won it, like, I wouldn't be sitting there beating the drum telling them to take it down because that's in the past. If that shit went up in 2018, fine. Put it up now, just awkward. So there's that line of thinking. Also, like, we're not trying to run it back anymore. We hit the hard reset. We got Nick Sirianni as a head coach. We got Jalen Hurts. Like, are we trying to relive those expectations? Like, what are we trying to say here with this banner? So I don't love it, but also I don't hate it. So here's the reason why I don't hate it. I think the pettiness level of that is fantastic. Because we made such a stink, me being one of the main stink makers, about Carson Wentz being up there. We, plural, singular, whatever you want to do. We made such a stink about Carson Wentz still being up there. And Carson Wentz wanted out of Philadelphia. And the reason he wanted out of Philadelphia because he had some sort of fucking weird insecurity issue. Where Nick Foles won a Super Bowl and then they drafted Jalen Hurts and he his feelings were all just... You told me I was the guy and apparently I'm not the guy. And I just feel betrayed. Just feel betrayed as a quarterback, as a franchise quarterback. I you know what? I don't care if you fire Doug. I want to be a Frank. So, he went to fucking Indianapolis. Make no bones about it. Carson Wentz wanted to be out of here. Sorry, you want to be out of here? Your post is coming down, and we're putting up the Vince Lombardi trophy with whose hands holding it. So, I don't love it because I think we should kind of move past the Super Bowl. Now, that being said, you win another one, you want to throw up the Super Bowl banner then and there and leave that for a couple years, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I don't hate it because I do see you, Philadelphia Eagles. I do see you. And I do enjoy the pettiness of it. And at least like, okay, you want to be out of here? We had a banner of you. We made you the franchise quarterback. We paid you. But you still want to go? You still want to go? Okay, here's the guy who really won the Super Bowl. Now, before you get all up in the comments, I know, without Carson Wentz, there is no Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. I'll repeat it. I'll say it again because it bears repeating. Without Carson Wentz, there is no Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. Cut, plain, dry, simple. I won't be, have just like this preconceived note. I won't dig my heels in. Just like I was a big Carson fan, and I won't dig my heels in with that. When I'm ready, I'm out. Without Carson Wentz, there's no Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl, and for that, I will always be grateful. I will always be appreciative, and I'll always have at least somewhat of a fond memory of him in that 2017 season because it led us to the promised land. But I also know when it's time to move on. Right? You don't want to be here, don't want you here. Time to move on. You can both appreciate Carson Wentz and understand why the banner had to come down. Because it seems like, people who see the banner come down are all in their fucking feelings. Don't be in your fucking feelings. He's not your quarterback anymore. If you want to be in your fucking feelings, go be an Indianapolis Colts fan. That's okay with me. We're not going to fucking miss it. Okay? That being said, I don't know about the Super Bowl trophy. Like, wouldn't you rather have it like an Eagles legend? You know what I mean? Wouldn't you rather have, like, personally, if it was me, almost all the banners would be some sort of graphic design blend of Philadelphia Eagles football with something uniquely Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like something Eagles football, but also we the people. You know what I mean? With the Declaration of Independence. And then another thing, maybe another pivotal moment in Eagles football, and then the Liberty Bell in the background. You know what I mean? Make it Eagles and uniquely Philadelphia. That's what I would have done. But, nobody asked me. I don't hate it.